week of the Spring Split regular season live from the Riot Games Arena in Berlin, Germany. I'm Laure and I will be joined by GB and Aragon today as we see Giant X entering the studio. They're going to face off against Rogue in the first game in an almost do or die match. We're going to talk about this later, but first things first, happy plushies in the studio. You two solo queue warriors, how are you doing?
I'm good. I'm back in Masters. How are you? Solo queue warriors. I may have ran it down a little bit today. A bit of a 0-8, 0 angle, but it's all good.
It's
still
fine.
300 LP. You're still up there.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah.
We don't count LPs here. We count LEC victories. And looking at the standings and how things unfolded last week, Fnatic, G2, locked in playoffs. But guys, I want to spend a bit of time talking about Fnatic, especially. What an amazing comeback here in Spring. They're even stronger than they were in Winter, and they're the clear top teams we have in the LEC right now, alongside G2.
I'm just going to say it. I love it when G2 struggles. I'm tired of seeing this being a one-team region, so seeing Fnatic come up and actually challenge them. Not even challenge them. They did dumpster them, and then being Smolder, being the champion, keeping G2 in that game. That was way longer than it should have been. But I absolutely love what I saw, and I love seeing the growth from Fnatic. I really hope they continue with this moving forward to playoffs.
What made them really strong last week versus G2, if you want to give us a bit of highlight?
I think the biggest thing with Fnatic right now is the individual level of play across all the lanes. I mean, we saw Oscar solo killing, we saw Noah and Jun getting 2v2 kills down bot side. The whole team seems to be bought on the train of, we're going to play through Razok, he can have prior lanes and do what he likes. So I think the team is just coming together at the right time.
It's amazing to see them come together this way, and when we think about who could join them today, we have our eyes, of course, on Vitality and Heretics, who with one win here will lock playoffs as well. And here I have a different approach for both this team, because Vitality, we saw some good things in Winter that translated into Spring here, but Heretics, changes they made are paying off so well.
Yeah, I mean, it's two completely different things, right? As you mentioned yourself, Vitality had the luxury of just continuing to build on the foundation they already laid out, whereas Heretics, on the other end, it's like, well, we got rid of Kai'Sa, which by all means did perform well, so Trimby coming in, of course Trimby deserved that, but we didn't think it was going to make the team that much greater. And then Swaro as well coming in instead of Perks, which was like, okay, you've now done two substitutions, your Winter was already horrible, but now coming into Spring, they've just completely gelled together. And I think one of the reasons I really love this team is how well integrated Swaro has actually become in the team.
Yeah, I want to just harp on that. I think the way they're using Swaro, especially in this meta, I think it's kind of fortunate with the meta they've landed on, bringing in a mid laner. Right now, it feels like mid lane is kind of one of the most plug-and-play roles in the game at the moment with the champions that you can bring in. They're kind of just, we get priority and we move. It's very, very simple. There's no mechanics. You know, you don't have your B1 Akali's like Perks had to play with the meta back last split. So just an easy meta to work with, and they're doing extremely well.
I agree that the meta helped them.
Could have done Nico last split as well.
Yeah.
Sure.
We would say this, and also for me, it's not easy to implement a rookie, especially in what seems to be a doomed situation, GB. And for me, even if you're going to play those push and roam champions and control champions in the game and facilitate the rest of the team, you have to find these engages. And
absolutely.
You also have to be strong enough to put on with the pressure that he had.
Yeah, and I think, you know, I think it's about time that he was actually here. We saw him win EMEA Masters and then was swapped out for Ruby back then, which was, I mean, it was not a decision I would have made. And I think that it was only about time that he got to showcase what he is really capable of. So yeah, big up Swaro.
We were talking about Vitality, one last word. Hylissang more stable, helping the team tons here, it feels.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people was doubting Hylissang, especially out of the performance in Winter, but I feel like it's just a circle of Hilly. It's like, oh, you really are an Inter, you're not that good. It's like, oh shit, you're actually good again. And then, oh, you really are that Inter. And then, like, it's just a wheel of Hilly. It keeps spinning, and it keeps just changing the, well, the kind of picture that it's showing.
One last word on the bottoms of the standings that we have in the likes of Giant X and Rogue. 1 and 5 right now. It's almost do or die here, as I was saying, Aragon. One has to win today to finally maybe have the hope of catching up with the rest of them.
And I think it's going to be incredibly hard to predict who will actually win, because I feel like a lot of the issues are very similar between both teams, where, you know, for example, Rogue struggles a lot with proactivity, and Marcoon and Zoelis as well as the synergy there. Giant X, they're struggling with a plethora of bunch of issues as well with, for example, compositions that are too hard for them. So it's really a case of, you know, who makes less mistakes, I feel like.
We're entering the final days of the Spring Split here in the regular season, and we're near the end of the road for two teams. It is time to take stock on what of the situation and see who will rise and fall. All right, gentlemen, we have two investors here looking at how the market has trended over the last 2 weeks. And our investors are not happy Give them a glimpse of hope. You are the experts that we need. We need more information on who will rise and who will fall. Starting with RG here. They look like an absolute free fall since Malmö 2 years ago. Nothing is going right for them. GB, give us a leap of hope here. What should we sell? Should we stay?
Calm down, pipe down, right? It is completely blown out of proportion, okay? You stay. You are not selling. You can buy now if you want to. It's so low as well. Like Rogue is where it's at. You're even talking about substitutions. Substitution. What role did they sub out?
It was in fact top lane.
It was top lane, right? We are on top here with Rogue. Nothing can go wrong right now. You stay, you buy, you want to buy into it.
No, GB, let's got it. Are you invested in this?
No, I'm not invested in that. No, there's nothing here. I just think it's a great decision. I just want what's best for the people out there.
Are they rise or are they going to fall? Do you think they can come back up here?
Now, I mean,
It's not looking great for them.
It's looking so good. So losing is improving. So the more we've been losing, the more there's room for improvement.
Wait,
and
what?
because of that right now, Rogue might be the most improved team that you can find out there because no one loses more than them, except maybe GX. But it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect.
You just saw the B-roll here.
I'm
Like,
wearing
let's take a look at
sunglasses.
this.
I
Are we
can't see
talking
what's
about the
happening
same
on the
org?
screen right now. My eyes are not even closed. I can't see what's happening. I refuse to look at what's happening. And honestly, it's about faith. If you don't have faith, then why are you even here, okay? So whatever's happening on your screen, forget about it. Look at the screen behind me. Look at the screen behind me. It says fall. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Now it says all. And what's that? Yeah, you're going... Boom! All in, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All in on Rogue. Bye. Keep at it. Don't leave. Have faith.
Have faith, and that is the argument we needed for our investors today. Aragon on GX, what is going on? We were promised a new hidden tech from Czech Republic. It did not pay off at all, and I don't know, for me what was just a fawning line is just a flattening line right now.
So I want you to cast your eyes back to 2023. Spring and winter, 10th place for GX. But come summer playoffs, 2nd place. So what happened?
It doesn't
We've
look great
seen-
so far.
Yeah, we've seen that they have the potential to make these miracle upsets and come back into
Hold
these.
up. I'm checking my calendar right now. What month are we in? What season are we in right now?
I'm not saying it's a perfect correlation, but there is potential here for these kinds of miracle runs, despite their lows and their highs.
I'm not confident here, Aragon. I want more. I want
Let me keep going.
concrete.
Let me keep going. So MDK, their win versus MDK, they have a
on.
clear formula. From Rumble for Odo to Jackie's Yone and Patrick Varus, they can pull these kinds of comps off with the pick potential in the side lane. Just have a little faith.
They don't have the energy. They don't have the fire for this.
My last point, Law, and this one's going to win you over. I've seen
right.
your match history. I've seen that you play a lot of Zyra.
All right.
Recently
keep
hit
going.
Emerald. My stats team, my analysts, the entire department of the LEC is indicating that Zyra jungle could be picked here by Peach.
Yeah, screw this. I'm investing. Give me your phone. Give me your phone.
I don't know. I forgot it. I
Someone
forgot
give me
it.
one phone. Genie, over to you. Interview with Odo and then Ignore. I need one phone right now. I want to invest, guys. Please.
Thank you so much, Lore. Hi, everyone. I'm joined here with Odo and Ignore ahead of your games up against Rogue. How are we feeling today? Because this is a very, very important match in terms of the standings for playoffs.
I guess I'm going. Yeah, it's probably the most important match of the week, given that they're a direct competitor to, you know, the boys at the bottom. There's KC and MDK as well, I think. So we're going to be paying a close attention to that as well. But yeah, I think for us is do or die with this game, because I feel like if we don't win this game, then I'm not sure mathematically if we have, you know, decent chances to still make it through. So yeah, this win is worth gold today for us.
And how does that make you feel, Ignore, in terms of the pressure that's on for this game particularly?
I don't know about pressure. I don't feel that much, but just more I care is I feel like if we lose here, I think we will be high chance last place. That's my feeling. And I don't want to be last place. So I just want to win.
What place would you like to be if it's not last place? First?
First, I want to go playoff. And then second, I want to be top 5. That's my goal.
Okay, that's a realistic goal. I believe in you. But in terms of making it to playoffs, or the prep as well coming into this to be able to make it to playoffs, what has that been looking like?
Well, given that LEC starts a little bit earlier this week, you only have 2 days of practice, and, you know, had meetings in our off days and stuff to kind of try and brainstorm what's been going wrong and what's been going good as well, because it's important to look at that as well. So yeah, I feel like we've been doing as much as we could to, given it in such a short period of time, you can only really apply band-aids. So yeah, for us, it's really, really important to focus on what we have been doing really good. Maybe it's not a lot of things, but still. And making it through so that we can, buy ourselves a little bit more time to fix the issues that we've been having.
When you're looking at what has been going really well for you, Ignar, as an individual player, what do you think has been going really well in the bot lane or in terms of the synergy with the rest of the team?
I think as a bot lane, I think me and Patrick doing quite good laning phase these days. So I feel like I feel good with Patrick. And then as a team, I think we are struggling a lot about I still think we didn't see the plays that everyone want to do. Like good team need to have a clear core. Like everyone need to see same thing, then it should be good play. But for us, we struggling about something like that. So, but I think last 2 days scrims were better. So I believe we can do it.
Promising. That's good to hear. You're talking about band-aids, and you mentioned as well the fact that maybe the team is not all on the same page when it comes to calls. Is there a particular band-aid for this game against Rogue that you're looking to implement, Odo?
Not really, because I feel like a lot of time when we lose, it's us shooting ourselves in the foot. Our early games have been all right in most of the games, and just come mid-game is when we start struggling a lot. So no, I would just say we need to listen to each other a little bit more.
And Ignar, for you this game, anything that you want to focus on individually when it comes to Rogue?
Individually, I think I want to beat bot lane first, laning phase, so I can move around and then help first tempo for the map and then have control. So individually, I just want to have a good laning phase today.
Okay, good laning phase. I think everybody loves that. We love to see that. Thank you guys so much. Your early game has been great, so I'm sure we'll see that. And good luck with your game. And casters, back to you guys.